Hello everyone, it's Olga Heldwein here. So today I have two cards for you. When I shared the sample, you asked for video. So here it is, but I changed my camera, microphone, and basically all recording settings. So sorry, but this video is not perfect. It will take time to get used to new setting. I will do some embossing. So first I prepped my paper with magic powder and makeup sponge to prevent my powder from attaching to spots on paper that I don't want that. And I stamped my image with Memento Lux Black Tuxedo ink. I'm using Nuvo embossing powder. I really like this particular one. It's clear with iridescent sparkle in that, and it looks just beautiful on top of any other ink or just embossed clear on the paper. And then I tape my whole piece of paper to the board because I will use some aquarelle techniques and I don't want everything to wave. I colored my image with different alcohol markers. I'm not attached to any brand, to Copics Pro markers. I just use what I have. It's my collection from few years ago, and I'm slowly starting to build it up again because I'm really enjoying coloring stamps. Would you believe that? Me, steampunk girl, loving dark stuff, I'm coloring little cow on the moon. So anyway, I really like this stamp. It's old Marianne Designs stamp, I believe so. So when I'm done with my coloring, I'm using fluid mask. And I have some problems and issues with fluid masks. So to avoid any kind of problems and destroying your picture, just apply even rather thin coat on your picture. And then I took some mists from 13 Arts with pastel black mist and two shades of water-based inks. It's sky blue and Bordeaux. I'm coloring one of the moons on black with a pop of weird color, and second moon will be yellow, and I color it in with pastel yellow mist and yellow amber water-based ink. And I'm sorry that my forehead is showing all the time, but I definitely need glasses to zoom myself in for coloring and doing small details. And again, new camera setting, so I have to get used to that. The camera is much closer now, so you can see more details. I'm doing just a basic shading, the same thing I did with my characters. I just did some basic shading all over. For Yellow Moon, I wanted everything to be totally aquarelle with those nice stains around, so I add some splashes. And when this layer dry, it's important for layers to be dry before you apply a fluid mask. I applied my mask for moons and stars for all those areas that I want to be white. And then I waited for my mask to dry. This drying moment, it's really important, and it's the part that caused me most issues with not drying between the layers. But if you dry it and apply thin coat, everything gonna be perfect. So now aquarelle smooshing moment. I stamp with my water-based inks. I'm using blue, navy blue, and violet. And I just pick up a little bit of color and water with my foil and I smoosh it in my background to have nice watercolor stains. I'm drying between the layers because if you will not dry, all your colors will mix in, and I wanted to divide them. I wanted to see both blue and violet with really nice watercolor edges. I don't know how to put it differently, but if you dry any kind of water-based ink with heat gun, it will have really nice dark edges around the stain. and I'm just having fun. I'm using stamping with foil. I'm splashing with water brush. I just want really nice splashy sky-like background behind my colored image. When all my piece is dry, I gently remove the mask. I'm trying to work really slow to not damage anything on the stage. And I'm really happy with the result. I didn't expect that it will work so well. I didn't get any kind of ink spots on my picture. And as you can see, all my stars are white inside, and I can color them later on. I threw some Nuvo shimmering pen on both of my moons to have nice shimmer. It's hard to see in the camera, but in real life it really makes a huge difference for the image. With my Big Shot machine and my rectangle stitch dies, I trimmed my paper, and now I'm working on my final panel for the card. I attached some clouds, and those are from the die as well, but you can just cut them out from paper with your scissors and just skip on this step. I just like to have a lot of layers and dimension on my card. So when my sky is done, I start to fill in all the stars on the picture with glitter splash ink in new shade. It's old gold shade, and I really love this shade. It's so sparkly. To fill all those small spaces, I'm using my needle. I just apply a dot of glitter ink and spread it around with my needle. I decided that I want more randomness and more stars on my sky, so I just covered the cow and the little rabbit with a piece of vellum, and then I just made some splashes directly from the bottle with my needle to have, those random small stars. And I really like the result. I generally really love all the kind of splashes, so how could I not like it? Here we have a piece of paper that I covered really flat with the same splash ink, and I didn't cover the whole piece because it's really eating your ink, this technique, but it gives amazing result on the paper. I got perfectly flat sparkly background that I will use as an under panel to have nice sparkling frame around my picture on my card. And I'm attaching my sparkling panel directly to the card base, and I have some foam squares on top to attach my picture panel with that. But before I do it, I will prepare my frame. It's just a die cut stuck one on top of the other, and I'm adhering it with double-sided tape. I fold my tape because it was too wild and I didn't want to be seen. And I just attach a piece of vellum directly to my black frame, and then adding really slim pieces of foam tape. Because my foam tape is white and this edge didn't look so nice, I just used black Sharpie to paint it black, and now I'm really happy with the result. And I'm putting my frame on top of my colored image and assemble everything together. Time for sentiment. So I use the Brilliant word that I die cut from the leftover of glittery paper that I made before. And I'm using stickers and elements from my collection to assemble sentiment. And whole sentiment on one card says, I wish you brilliant and extraordinary day. And second one is you are a brilliant friend. And I think that this brilliant word with those glittery splash inks, they look just perfect, and they are nice, sparkly, and all card. I want it to be fun, whimsical, and Okay, so it's all for today. Now you can see on close-ups both of cards that I created today. It's basically the same card with a small color change. Thank you for your attention. I wish you a nice and creative day. If you like this video, leave me thumbs up and a comment. And all the links for materials that I used will be in the description box. Thank you once again, and bye-bye.